Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another GC2K video. In today's video, we are here to talk about this. The unlimited rewards for getting your 24 unlimited rings this year in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. I'm not sure if it will be an option pack or if you will get all 4 of these cards. That is something we'll find out here in just a little bit, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure this is that great of a reward. I only have 21 of my 24 rings, so I'm going to take a look at these cards, see what they're looking like, but I'm not going to lie, this is a little disappointing, especially because it looks like Havlicek isn't able to play point guard. He'd be a lot better if he could play point guard. Kuzi's going to be a nothing. Oscar Robertson is just going to be a better version of his Dark Matter, which to be fair is a good card, but only like 6'4", and then is Moses special? I don't know. As a whole, it's just a little disappointing. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I don't think this is that great, but before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. I'm not going to lie. 24 rings of grinding and unlimited for these 100 overalls is kind of disappointing. Bob Cousy, I mean, yes, his stats and badges are absolutely exceptional, as every single 100 overall is, but he's 6'1". That's not going to cut it. Jaden McDaniels base, Evan Fournier up around very quick is a good fade. Is a good release. Pro 2 fade. I mean, if this card was 6'5", he'd be a stud. But he's not. He's 6'1". Not personally a card I'd recommend. Havlicek. The fact this card can't play point guard is a travesty. I'm not even kidding, because if he could play point guard, he'd be absolutely exceptional. He does everything well. He's an absolutely elite card. And he's got great animations as well. They changed the same side Hezi, which is good. Pro 2 fade, perfect sigs, elite release. Card is absolutely phenomenal in a ton of ways. If this card could play point guard, he'd be one of the very best point guards in the game. Even at only 6'5", his animations are absolutely exceptional. But at the 2, he's a little more limited at 6'5". Now, he's still a good card, still very usable, still maybe the best of all of these 100 overalls today. But I will be honest with y'all, I don't know, man. This is like, I'm really disappointed if this is actually what we are going to be getting for this, for the unlimited rings, and that's it. Like, this is, I mean, at least change Havlicek to point guard eligibility, right? It's just like, why can't we get a 6'9" 100 overall? Like a 6'9" small forward, or a 6'7" point guard, or a 7' center. Like, drop us some stuff, give us some soup, but instead you drop a 3 short guys and Moses Malone, who's, I mean, he's not short, but he's a 6'10" power forward with a 7'2" wingspan. He's not unbelievably big. Hot spots from everywhere, 57 Hall of Fame badges. I mean, again, he does absolutely everything well, even the half handles for days and every single defensive badge in the game. Like, the card is phenomenal. There's nothing really important that he's missing, and his stats are exceptional. This might be the best 100 overall. The card Malone, Alec Burks, I actually think this jumper is pretty good. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I liked it on this Karl Malone card, or on this Moses Malone card, which, I mean, like, maybe a little surprising, but I don't know. I liked it. And then now he's got the perfect segs as well, and he is 215. Okay, so this Moses Malone is really good. Because he's got Jamal Murray. He's got the perfect six. He's got the Jamal Murray behind the back, the John Wall drag back, Trey escape, Kyrie dribble stop, Francis size up, Pro 2 fade. Yes, he's only 6'10". It'd be really nice, honestly, at this point in the year if he was small forward, power forward, just because I'm just trying to compare these cards. I understand what the comments are going to say. Not every card needs to be able to do this. Not every card needs to be huge for their position. I know, but when they're dropping 100 overall Giannis in packs and 100 overall yada yada whoever, 6'10" KD at the 2, like, if they're dropping that type of content right now, I feel like it's very, it's hard for me to defend the lack of size of these cards when you're dropping in packs each week, all these gambling cards that are 6'10" at the 3 and 7'2" at the 4 and all that type of stuff. It's just, I don't know. It could be worse. This Moses Malone card, I think, is actually going to be very, very good. One of the very best power forwards in the game, just like a guy like Nate Thurman too. I think, and I honestly think the power forward position right now, like, I feel like this card is good enough to play against all the tall power forwards. He's really, really good. He's going to be very, very elite, but honestly, I mean, he's probably worse than Tim Duncan still when you compare him to other 100 overalls. When you compare to non-100 overall power forwards, guys like Bol Bol and Nate Thurman, I think he's as good as those guys. Like, I don't know, he's very good, but And then Oscar Robertson, 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan at point guard. I thought he was 6'4". 6'5" is nice. That's good. And he's got 57 Hall of Fame badges as well, also including every single thing that is important in this game, which is really, really nice. I mean, all these cards are great. I mean, Kuzi's too small, but everything else, Oscar's release is phenomenal. He's got Pro 2 fade, Kyrie dribble style, Kemba escape, John Wall's drag back, and the pro behind the back. But again, if you're going up against somebody who's got 6'11", 6'9", 6'10", and 7'2", and then like when their shortest player is 6'9", it just makes it tough to use, again, a guy like Oscar Robertson or a guy like John Havlicek when you're going up against somebody who might be running a point guard Jokic alongside a Glenn Rice at the 2 or a Paul George at the 2, and then a 6'10" small forward, a 7-foot power forward, and a 7'3" center. Like, it just, in general, with the way the game is right now, I understand that height. And I've been one of the biggest proponents, in all honesty, saying that height is not that important this year, but I think it's decently important still. And like, this is really, really mid. Honestly, it's not terrible. Like, I'm not sitting here and saying it's really bad, because I truly don't believe it is. I actually think it's pretty solid, because Moses himself is phenomenal. Havlicek, even at only 6'5" at the 2, is still a really good card, especially if you play him next to a tall point guard, so he can be the shortest guy on the court, and he can be your primary ball handler. In that instance, if you put him next to, for example, a Jokic or a Ben Simmons, I think that's actually perfect. And I mean, Oscar's good too. Put him next to a tall small forward, tall shooting guard. Like, if that's the shortest player on your court, you can definitely get away with it. But Bob Cousy, I think at a competitive level, is going to be hard to use because of how small he is. And I think Moses Malone, exceptional, yes, or at least could be a little better. Like, I don't know, man. This is one of those things where it's like, it's supposed to be an ultimate reward for a year-long grind. How hard would it have been for them to drop a new 100 overall Luka Doncic, 100 overall Jason Tatum, 100 overall Jaylen Brown, and 100 overall Kyrie Irving? How hard would it have been to do that with the NBA Finals coming right now? They're dropping this content at the beginning of the NBA Finals. Like a new 100 overall point guard Luka with a changed release. Elite free card. And then Kyrie Irving would not be incredible, but he's also in the finals. Like, it'd be cool. And then Jason Tatum would be really good as a 100 overall shooting guard. Jaylen Brown would be a little worse, but still a really solid 100 overall shooting guard. And you get a couple of really elite cards from right now, what's going on in the finals. And I think that would be something that's really rewarding to a lot of people who are playing this game. Instead, you get this, and it's like, I mean, it's just, when you have an opportunity to hit a home run and you hit like a bloop single or a sacrifice fly, it's like just a little underwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting here, and I think that's actually a decent analogy for my boys who watch baseball. Like, I'm not sitting here bashing it. It's a sacrifice fly. It scored a run. Like, it could be worse. It's not the worst content we've ever seen. It's just, you had an opportunity here to hit a grand slam, and it's like, I don't know. When this is the best stuff, I mean, and I will say we're getting a locker code tonight in the finals as well, and hopefully that'll wind up being good, and we're getting an MT special offer here literally in just a few minutes that I'll be making a video on. That'll be my next video after this. Like, we're going to get some stuff today, and hopefully that other stuff is good as well. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just hard for me to not be a little bit frustrated about what is going on right now with these cards. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. Got a bunch of content coming today, so hope y'all are excited for that, and would really appreciate it again if y'all do subscribe if you did enjoy the video. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.